What is going on, YouTube? Graphics back again, and today we are doing something a little different because I'm still working on getting over my cold, or not my cold, but my cough that I had from the cold. Anyway, we are going to be doing something different today. We're going to be reacting to the new Starfield deep dive that just dropped. I saw it dropped yesterday or 2 days ago, but I haven't looked at it yet because I wanted to save it for this video, my peer reaction. But I've heard good things, so without further ado, we're just going to jump into this. I'm just going to go through the entire video and then give you, just random reactions, or you guys can get as much info as you can get. Soak it all in, because this is something we've been waiting for a long time. So anyway, guys, I'll also have a short version out later on for YouTube Shorts. So to get a little more of a condensed version. But again, we've been waiting for this game for a very long time. And from what we have seen, I know back when they did about 6 months ago, people weren't very happy with it. Myself, I wasn't very happy with it, but I've heard they made a lot of changes since, so I'm excited to see this. And yeah, and sorry I'm out of breath. I just got done with the gym, so it's nonstop for me. I got to get a video out to you guys somehow. So anyway, guys, without further ado, this is the Starfield deep dive reaction video. Let's go. This video is really 45 minutes long, which is crazy.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios.
We've been
so lucky over the decades to make
the
kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this.
True.
Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
I just want it to be, I want it to be good. You know what I mean? I want it to be good. I don't want it to be a disappointment.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world.
Looks good. Yep, looks good so far.
It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours.
1,000 worlds.
And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to run. And are they going to be full of stuff,
From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance.
Or are they going to be super empty?
To the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
What? How does that even work? I'm stupid.
We also have an all-new animation system.
Looks cool. Looks really good.
And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
Okay.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game, given its scale.
No Man's Sky movement.
That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Definitely No Man's Sky.
Do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
But that's fine, right? No Man's Sky is a trendsetter, so I'm fine with that. But they've been working on this game for years. Oh, gunplay. Let's see it. Okay, nice. Wow, looks very, like, friggin', I don't even know. Looks good. The feedback from the guns is nice.
We do
That's my
love
first
stuff
impression.
and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory.
Ah, that's cool.
We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name.
Is that the same
Let's head
robot
out.
as before that they showed us, or is that a newly styled robot? Also, I'm not seeing a food or
Our
water
mission was to
meter.
convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew.
That looks good.
And like many of the
That looks
spaces
really
in our
good.
game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
That's gameplay?
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
That looks pretty good.
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the
Barren,
galaxy.
But resource
Here,
heavy.
you can plot a course
Got
to
it.
ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need
Okay.
to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for
Okay.
now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
So I hope I'm not in the way too much. I definitely. Right now it looks okay. I apologize.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we
I can actually
scan your
scrunch
ship's
myself
cargo.
up a little bit. Hang on.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
There we go. Whoa, this is the city? New Atlantis, huh?
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made.
Can you
Not
go
just
to
in
the
size,
top floor,
but also
though?
in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
Like, can you
So the main
explore
focus when we're
most of the
designing
city?
a city is
You know what I mean?
obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Oh. Is that where we start? So that's the starting city. This
Welcome
is
to
the
Constellation.
hub.
We have a lot to talk about.
Makes
By
sense.
the time
it's
you
huge.
meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast
Voice
of
acting sounds good
You've
so
got
far.
Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel,
Mateo,
the
for sure.
gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege, and Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies.
Are there factions?
The city of Sidonia on Mars
There's
to
gotta
this
be
day
factions,
serves
right?
as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
It's Bethesda. There's got to be factions. There's no way there's not factions.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
So these must be the factions,
The
right?
capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
Got
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
That's like Space Vegas.
Ryujin is hiring
Maybe I don't
the
like it
best
as much.
and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
We got some
In
typical
Starfield, we're
conflict.
pushing
I
our
like
cities
it.
and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
So far, so good. So far, so good. It's looking good.
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most
That
important
gameplay-
story is the one that you tell.
That looks solid.
I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
I'm not one of
the
those
biggest
people that's
overhauls was done
big
through
into
our
character
character
creation.
generation system. We scanned a wide range of
I just
faces
wanna-
from different age groups and ethnicities.
I
And
just
by
wanna make a
mixing and
character
matching out that
and get
data,
out
we
there,
were
you know what
able
I
to
mean?
create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Like, of course, they gotta look good, but I mean, I just want to play the game, man.
Hey,
I'm just not a character creation guy.
Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records.
That's
You'll
funny.
pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and
That's
that'll
an
be your
interesting
starting point.
Okay. That's an interesting start. That's creative. I like
Your
it.
journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be.
I can
This new
appreciate
system has
it.
more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
It does look
character creation
pretty
is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
Oh,
backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
Right.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew
That's
still
cool.
has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the
That's
option
cool.
to customize your
That's
build
cool.
even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet
Kid
your biggest
stuff.
fan.
Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air.
I'm definitely not.
Every molecule.
Jesus,
My
I'm
favorite
definitely
trait
not
is kid
doing
stuff.
that.
You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a
What?
visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Wow, that's cool.
There's another
That's
great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose,
I like that.
there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to
Diplomat,
remove a trait,
Cyberrunner.
there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes.
You can
Off
remove
we go
traits?
to another adventure.
Oh.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
That's how you remove the trait. Got it. That's how you remove your adoring fan. Got it. Dude, this is a long freaking video. How long have I
Once you've built
been
the
recording
perfect
for
character,
22 minutes?
that's when your journey can really begin.
Jesus.
We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time
Ooh,
you
the
level
skill
up,
system. Here we go.
you get a skill point,
Okay.
which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Okay. Tech tree.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Oh, that is... Okay.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks.
That's cool. I like that. I like the in-depth.
With our 5 different skill
in-depth that
trees
is.
and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Right.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Definitely picking that one.
I like
That one's
maxing
fine.
out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
That's a waste to me. It looks fun, but you gotta
That
have the
one's a lot
guns,
of
man.
fun.
I gotta have my gunplay,
Invest in
man.
the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue
Nah,
you an
dude, that's
access
when I
card.
start
I'm
blasting.
more of a run and gun player.
Yeah, there we go. That's me.
I like doing
That's
that
me all
death
the
from
way.
above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
Dude, combat looks good. I'm
like
hoping
blowing
it's.
stuff up.
I'm hoping there's a little more difficulty because it looks kind of. I don't know if it's just for gameplay purposes, but the AI still kind of look not too intelligent. So I'm hoping it's a little more challenging than what we're seeing here, which I can't judge because this is just strictly just showing us gameplay. So hopefully it's a little more challenging than what I'm
Exploration
seeing. But,
is a key aspect of all our games.
but gunplay looks
In
great.
Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
That looked like a sick gun. I like that.
Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun.
Because this looks good. This looks...
Once we had created a grounded world,
this looks good.
We could start looking at all the
For
things
as big
that
as
make
the
that
game
world
is,
fun.
I'm hoping it plays really well.
When you leave
too.
a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Ooh, cool. I like that. I like that.
It's all out there.
Can you do piracy?
Ultimately,
can you board?
It's about rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
You can board other ships, though, and take them hostage, or, you know what I mean? Make them yours, I guess? That would be crazy. That's one thing I definitely want. Like, if they're going to go all out, they got to have that.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship.
Customization looks good.
Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Wow.
And you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps.
Wow.
You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting.
Wow.
Or for storing and displaying your weapons.
That's awesome.
Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship.
That's really cool.
From living quarters to cargo holds.
You can tell they put a lot of effort
halls
in this.
And control rooms.
This is good. I like this. Love me some ship customization. I don't like
Our
to create my
Frontier
character,
is a practical
but I love ship
but
customization.
with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's
crap.
really whatever your imagination is.
What the hell?
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Your crew. Yep, your crew.
Engines ready.
Nice.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Get used to it.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection
Get used to it.
features
I'm
in
gonna be shooting
Starfield,
so much
you'll be able to
stuff.
build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Yes. Let me get a deep dive in flight, please. I want to see how this looks.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way.
Is that actual
We've extended
gameplay,
that sense
or
of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to
Ah,
fire
there
your
we go.
weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Okay.
Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Oh, okay. Get in, get out kind
And
of
moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always
Oh,
be
so
on
you
your
can
toes
just-
because you're not alone out there.
You just change that stuff on the fly? Or is that something you gotta level up as you go? No, it's just changing it on the fly. Oh. That's an interesting system. Okay.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Oh, does your ship have its own set of skills? That is sick.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
Nice, okay.
But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Yes! Alright, there it is. Okay, cool. That is sweet. That was one of the biggest asks I had. To be able to dock and board ships and take them over.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship,
Yeah,
it's yours.
that's sick. That's cool.
Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life.
Is anybody going to do anything but space piracy? I mean,
Just
come on.
like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship. One
Sure.
worthy of you.
It's a
Maybe
weird
you'll
place
dock
for
with
a tat, bud.
gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
What?
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes.
Oh, yeah.
I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I
That's
steal
sick.
all these sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Grandma.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
Sure, that's the whole point of the game, right?
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
Over 1,000 planets, which is sick, in theory.
We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy.
But I'm really hoping it's not just
we want
super
you to feel
barren.
hopeful. We want you to feel this
Like-
sense of awe and wonder.
Like they're showing us a
Sometimes
lot of stuff
little
right
fear.
now. But at the same time, it's like,
We're
how
giving you a
deep
massive
does it
playground
go?
and a ton of toys. And
Is it
just
shallow?
setting you free.
Or is there a lot of depth to it? I hope it's the latter. Because that can seriously make or break this game. It's kind of like when No Man's Sky first
We've
came
shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that
I'm not
acts as
gonna
part
get
of
it,
your
but
HUD,
that's
where
cool.
it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Eastfun.
Damn,
we
that's
really took as much care and designed this case as we did to watch. Our
case
attention
is
to detail in
huge
the
for
game
that watch.
totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
That is cool.
Hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
That looks cool.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship.
I'm a keyboard mouse
Not
guy,
only
but
that,
looks good. Looks
we
really
created
good.
the first ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Okay. I can appreciate it. I can respect it. Again, I'm not going to get any of these things, but they look really nice. Look like a lot of work and time and effort went into them, so that's cool. That's a nice looking controller. Not gonna lie. Yeah, they gotta push the epic or ultimate edition stuff, right? It's cool for some people.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds.
Dude, this is a long
Starfield
video.
isn't just
Holy
a Bethesda
crap, man!
Game
They're giving us
Studios
so
world.
much
It's
information.
a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek
That looked
at
really
the available
barren,
resources
but
you can
maybe
use
there's
for
a reason.
crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool
Can you
about
tell
this
us my
whole system
biggest
that we
worry about this
generate
game?
the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter.
Damn.
Ore and plants to pick up.
Okay.
It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Yep, very Fallout-esque.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Okay. See, this is what I like. I like this. I hope it's like this, you know, throughout, you know. I mean, they don't have to fill up every planet to the brim. Just don't make it empty. You know what I mean? Don't make it feel empty. Gunplay looks great, by the way. I like this. I think it looks really good. Compared to what it was 6 or so months ago, I don't remember how long ago it was now, but it was rough. This looks good though. I like the gun reactions.
It's completely up to
animations.
you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
Definitely like No Man's Sky.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Very cool. I like that.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
I mean, they look pretty alien, not gonna lie.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Am I stupid? What does that mean? It sounds cool. I guess they just needed to spell it out for me because I don't understand. But it looks good and it sounds cool, so we'll go with that. Dude, how much longer is this video? Oh my god. Still got freaking 9 minutes. It's showing us so much, man. This is crazy.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet.
I
And the
love me
habitat
some base
modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Sure.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves.
A lot of base
really
building games
plan your structures and what the
need to
overall feel
start
of your outpost is.
incorporating
And then when
this.
you're on your feet, you
I
can
like
really
that. That's good.
decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Wow. That's like a space Roomba.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Okay, crafting. We got
Mod
Your
crafting.
weapons to adapt them to your playstyle.
Hell
Different
yeah.
weapon sights and scopes. Larger magazines. A
Hell
selection of grips and barrels. Different
yeah.
ammunition like explosive rounds.
Oh, mama.
All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
That is awesome.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
Sure.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat.
I can see that.
It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
But see,
we probably
the
have
NPCs
more mods and more weapons in this game. Than
still looks kind of easy.
I want to say any other game we've done before.
Still looks kind of easy.
A lot of variety.
I'm hoping it's not that easy, but we'll just...
Upgraded gear
I
is
can't
just
judge
one of
that
the
yet.
many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
That's cool. That's a cool concept.
And for giving you an edge in combat.
Makes sense.
Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
Wow, that's cool.
We also have
really
mag
cool.
weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more
Just
compact
punch that
weapons
thing
like
in the
pistols and
face.
submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Damn.
Starfield's got you covered.
Awesome. Yeah, no, man, the combat and the gameplay, like the gunplay and the combat is great. They do look really good. Well, I asked for gameplay, and I'm getting a lot of gameplay, so this is good. Yeah, man, the gunplay looks good. I like how the guns look, and it looks like they'll feel good. Really glad they changed that up. Damn. Woo-hoo. What the hell? Did they add magic? Or like a force push
Thanks
thing?
again for being with us today. We are just so grateful.
Oh, they're just gonna
that you've
graze
taken
over
the time
that, not like they
and
just
spent
didn't
it
show
here.
that. Okay,
I know there was
cool.
probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even
No
more
way-
than we
no-
could show here.
no way they
you know, as
showed-
we
they
play
added
it,
magic.
We're always
That'd be
sharing
kinda-
these unique and special moments
Be
that
kind of
only a
interesting,
game like
but
this can bring.
That was definitely
when
something.
I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
I hope so.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets.
The day-night cycle, those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom,
the ending. Beskip, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
Sure.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Now I know the release date. I saw it in an article. September something? 3rd? 6th? 6th. I knew that already, but super exciting. Super exciting. I don't care how long it takes. If they have to delay it again, I mean, yeah, people are going to be mad. I'm going to be a little upset. But just make the game good. Make sure it's good. Make sure it's full when it releases. It's good to go. So yeah, guys, that was the deep dive into Bethesda's new game, Starfield. And it's pretty crazy. Pretty wild. I'm glad I watched that. I'm glad they released it. I mean, that was huge. We've been asking for information for a while now on Starfield because it kind of felt like we were in the dark there for a little bit, especially after that last gameplay release that they had a while back that not too many people were happy with. So I'm glad they kind of went back, kind of rethought it out, and gave us an extremely long deep dive. So I'm hoping that my expectations are met, but we'll see, guys. That looked great. That looked amazing. Really stoked, really excited for it. Definitely going to be trying it out. If you guys really enjoyed that, please let me know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Also, if somebody knows what that dynamic lighting thing means, explain it to me, because I have no idea. But anyway, guys, that was the reaction video. That was the deep dive into Starfield. That's really what the video was about. So if you guys did enjoy that, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Once again, that was Starfield Deep Dive. My name is Graphics, and I'll catch you in the next one.